Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Dead End. Dead End is one of the Stunticons that forms Menasor, and on the back of the box here we can see a little diagram of Menasor and then the other Stunticons that you need to create him. So I've done a review now for Dragstrip. This is obviously Dead End, Breakdown and Off-Road, so I just have Motormaster to do next. Here we have a picture of Dead End in robot and vehicle mode, and then a small bio. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look. So first out of the box we have the Combiner Wars comic, and this one is the best so far. I'm not going to give you a flick through in case you want to just read it yourself. Don't want to spoil anything. So we have a much larger bio for Dead End right here on the back page, and then also just a little bit of info there as the sketch phase, grey model phase and finished product. So it's just a nice little design aspect of the creation of the figure, which I think is nice. Just like I've mentioned with the other two guys from this wave, Off-Road and Breakdown, these deluxes, they don't come with these cards. Now obviously one of the cards we got was for one of the Stunticons, and indeed Megatron, who can't actually combine with anything, as you will see in the book as well. That's pretty cool. He came with a card, and the rest of the Stunticons do not come with a card, so it's kind of annoying that you get one but then not the other three. And then here is Dead End in vehicle mode, and it is a very, very nice Transformer indeed in both modes. I really do like this one. So as you can see here, we've got the nice Decepticon logo on the front, which I think is supposed to be kind of, wonky like that, so that's fine. We have the nice silver detail on those lights there, which are really shining it in my lights right here, which is cool. Nice orangey kind of gold stripe right there going down it. We have this grey bit right here, which, it's fine. It matches up with those silver bits just fine, really. And then more grey on the back. I really like how the connector port does actually resemble an exhaust. It's not just like the same moulded plastic as the inside. It is actually grey, so it does look like a nice big exhaust there. And these pins that are actually, these parts here are actually on hinges. They actually do look like they're meant to be lights there, so I really like the placement of those, like directly inside those lights, so that you don't really need paint app or anything. It looks like it's detail itself, so I think that's a really clever way of doing it. And then we also get the nice silver wheels on the side, which really, really stand out very well. And of course the overall vehicle mode is just a very nice sort of Ferrari looking vehicle, I guess, just like the original should be. We also get the foot/hand piece right here, and then we also get this kind of exhaust kind of baton kind of weapon. Doesn't really work as a gun unless you want the barrel pointing up, unless you want to just firing upwards all the time. So it's basically just a melee weapon, and this does actually have decent storage. I mean, you got the ports on the side right here, and after all it is an exhaust, so if you are going to store any of them, this is the one that looks the least kind of lame or stupid. It does work. You have another port on the top right here on the side, and then obviously you have this one at the back. If you really want to, you could just have an absolutely huge exhaust, but that would be kind of weird. But yeah, at least you can store it on the side and it doesn't look too strange, like having like a massive blade sticking out the side of the car or something. So very, very nice mode. I do find that these two little bits right here, they do rub the floor occasionally, so just make sure that that's nice and flush inside there, and it will roll just fine. But if that is just in a slightly different place, it will, kind of hinder that a little bit, so just make sure that's transformed properly, and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get into leg and arm mode on the way to robot mode. And if you saw my breakdown video, he does transform similarly, with the front as breakdown, except he's not as finicky and whatnot. Like, this is what breakdown should have been like, really. And I'll get to that in robot mode. But basically, this section just comes down, and then you can get in here and flip this upright, and then you can just ram the foot into the bottom there. I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit. So that is a leg, and if you want it the other way around, you can have it like that. I just think, like, with the gap and everything, and there's nothing there that's too appealing, and then that just looks like really empty and whatnot. I don't think it's a fantastic leg mode, but obviously for the official transformation of Menasor, he is not the leg, he is an arm. And to get to that arm mode, we're going to put this on its side. We can just keep all of this as it is. These leg pieces actually open up on those hinges like so, as you can see, and then what happens is they unfold kind of at the knee joint down here. So we're going to bring that all the way down. They're not tabbed in super tightly, so you know they will untab a little bit. It doesn't really matter because you do have to untab them anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate at the waist right here. So as you can see, that arm is kind of in the way there. Now the official transformation, you're supposed to bring these arms up and then just kind of make them diagonal like so. But if you want to keep them nice and flush as they were, you could have just left them right down there. So what we're going to do is this grey piece that was the exhaust flips around now, and then we just connect that back together and bring those back in like so. We're going to take this piece, flip out the hand right there. This comes down, it's going to be this side, so we're going to bring the thumb down and up like so. Plug it into there. As you can see, that is quite a big gap right in there. Once you put the hand in, it covers it up very, very well. And then basically there you have dead end as an arm, which I think looks really, really nice. I think it's a hell of a lot better than the leg version of it. I like that kind of V that's made with the arms. Like I said, if you do want to just sit nice and flush there, then you can obviously go ahead and do that. If you really want to, you could just keep this upwards, like have, I guess, a bit more of a kind of G1 look, if that's what that was like, you know, and just have the front of the car sticking up if you want the shoulder a bit higher. You know, there's nothing wrong with obviously just keeping that up there if you really want to. So then to keep on going to robot mode, obviously it's, you know, almost there right now, so we're just going to bring the waist back around like so, and obviously split the legs. We're going to open this back up and just flip this little exhaust port thing back up. The arms come out, connector port comes down, this little piece here flips down, which brings the head with it, and it flips over like so, connects into the chest, and then this piece basically it kind of double hinges back, opens up, there we go, so just collapses like so. So instead of having like a really finicky piece in here like Breakdown did, it's just on a double hinge and comes down, and none of this has to worry about, you know, sitting flush or anything. It all just works a lot better in my opinion. And then just get the hands out here like so, and that's pretty much it, and Dead End is now in robot mode. And in robot mode it has a very good look and feel. It does kind of, I mean, this bit here, you know, it's not as tight a connection as what I would like, so sometimes when moving the leg around, if you're not too careful, you know, you might just open it up a little bit, but that's not too bad really. Hollow in here, yes, but it's standing on it, so that's perfectly fine. The inside of the legs are not hollow, so that is great. Just like Breakdown, you know, you have that piece that covers up the connector piece, which looks good, because otherwise, you know, everyone would just have the same or at least extremely similar chests with all those connector pieces. Obviously, we do get some visible screws in there, and the hips are a little bit loose there as well, but nothing too bad. He stands perfectly fine. And overall, the colours of this guy I really do like. So in this mode, obviously, the weapon, like I said, is this kind of exhaust melee kind of baton kind of weapon. He's just going to beat enemies to death with it. And as for a size comparison, next to some other guys from the wave, as you can see, he stands about the same height as Off-Road there, and also about the same height, actually exactly the same height as Breakdown there. And just to talk a little bit more about these two, obviously we have more of a similar transformation with these two than with the other guys from the line. You know, they both have that same chest piece that comes down and covers up the connector piece, but obviously the back to this one, it's kind of double hinged, so that goes down nicely, whereas this one, it's all done on this one hinge right here, which, you know, it's kind of finicky to get this all lining up straight and everything. You've got a bit of a gap in there and stuff, so, you know, overall execution, you know, even though they are similar transformations, this just came out so much better than this transformation-wise, and that's why I was just saying, like, this one, it just feels a little bit sloppy because this one is so similar, but it's just done exactly how this one should have been done. So as for articulation here, the head doesn't move up and down a hell of a lot. It is really, really small movement there, but we get a good left and right, albeit mine is a little tight there. With the shoulders, good movement all the way out, and then you've got 360 degrees rotation. You've got a hinge at the elbow that does stop at 90 degrees. I know it looks like it can go more, but it gets stopped by that part right there. We also have rotation up here, just above the elbow, and the wrists, due to transformation, they're actually ratcheted. I'm guessing that's so that they stay in there nice, so they don't just like fall out or something, but also that they're not just too floppy over time. I like that, but it's just really strange to have ratcheted wrists, but I like it because it means that they're not going to get loose. We have rotation at the waist, hips come all the way out and they go back and forward. We have a joint here at the knee that goes more than 90 degrees. So yeah, articulation basically the same as everyone else from the waves. The looks of this guy is really, really good. Like I said, leg mode doesn't look too fantastic, but as an arm, as he should be, looks really, really good. I like the weapon. And both modes and the transformation, it's all really nice. I really do like how you open up the legs here. I think that's nice and unique for this figure. So yeah, overall, I really do recommend this figure. And also recommend all the rest of the other Stunticons. So next up, we're going to have Motormaster, and then we're going to get on with combining them to form Menasor. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see pictures of anything from my collection and upcoming items, then go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 for both, and links will be in the description below. And to see more, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.